So, Kurt, you talked about all these changes and the pace has changed, and digital obviously is a big part of it. Are you seeing digital as obviously a disruptor, but is also an enabler as well, sort of both sides of the sword for both the consumer and the retailer?
Well, it's actually both. And for the consumer, it's an enabler. It's totally an enabler. For the retailer, it's a disruptor.
Right.
Okay, but it's an enabler as well. If you take a look at the consumer, and if you look at what's developing this holiday season, you look at the shopping that's being done, it isn't even about computer or tablet, it's about mobile.
Right.
And we've gone really fast to mobile only.
Yeah.
In my house, nobody wants to touch the computer. It's all about the mobile. And when I look at the amount of data that we're paying for, it's a tremendous amount of mobile. It's incredible how much mobile it is. But all the shopping's being done on mobile.
Yeah.
All of it is being done that way. And for the retailer, it's this incredible race of being able to deal with that technology. And it was like, oh, I got a website. Well, if your website isn't completely responsive and completely mobile enabled, you're screwed, essentially. You got to be able to, because the consumer not only wants it on their mobile, they want it really fast, they want it easy to use, and so you got to gear up for that. And that's a huge challenge.
Yeah.
At the same time, the retailers that really think about it well have these incredible assets. They have stores around the country.
Right.
They have distribution centers. They have all of these things already built out.
Yeah.
So it's about thinking about them differently. And we're seeing the retailers to think about their stores as being points of presence that are not just stores, but they're distribution centers, they're pack and ship centers, they're all of return centers. Exactly. It's that kind of a thinking that is really propelling the winners and separating the winners from the losers.
Yeah.
And so it's a challenge. These are exciting times. These are tough times.
Absolutely.
And you can really see the separation between the companies that are thinking technology first and the ones that are thinking technology second. There's a gap that's growing. And the way that I tell all of our customers is we're all becoming tech companies.
Right.
Love it or hate it. And
we're all data companies.
Exactly.
Right. We're all generating. Well, it's interesting because I think to your point, are you seeing this where I think the technology now, to your point about the stores, which I absolutely think is happening, right? Stores are changing in terms of why they're being used. They're still assets, but the digital is hopefully what you're seeing. It sort of ties that together, so it makes the retailers and the brands out there be able to manage their stores better and do different things, as you said, fulfillment centers, distribution centers, service centers. But none of that works unless I have visibility, digital knowledge of what's happening.
And they have to have visibility and they have to have accurate inventory.
Right.
So, for example, if somebody orders it on the web and says, I want to pick it up on the store, and your system says, yeah, I got 2 of these here, but there's only 1 of them here, and somebody just bought that one.
Right. You've lost.
It's a bad experience. You can't do that.
Right.
And so it's how do you manage that?
Right.